going on, guys? In today's video, I'm going to explain why I stopped playing classic Hog Earthquake. Alright, so hopping right into it, we're going to be trying to push the top 10 in the world, maybe even number 1. And yeah, really the main reason I stopped playing this deck was because of the introduction of champions. It's so hard to beat a champion deck when they have the 3-card cycle, and you're just like stuck with the 4-card cycle that you have with Firecracker. Also, I feel like Firecracker's pretty weak in the meta right now, just like a free King Tower activation for your opponents, and kind of awkward on defense sometimes when it just like doesn't shoot anything for like 5 or 10 seconds. And hopping in the first match right here, looks like this guy does have some type of Royal Hogs mirror deck. I'm pretty sure he has like the really strong meta version right now. So I'm going to kind of be hopping into like the different reasons why I don't play the deck anymore throughout the various matches here. Yeah, definitely not the best deck in the meta, but maybe I'll play it again sometime soon if the Firecracker gets buffed and like a few other things, maybe like the Tesla as well. I feel like the Tesla is just like so overshadowed right now by the cannon especially, so yeah, definitely does have a few weak cards in the deck. I do really like the Ice Spirit now though, ever since the buff. It's a very good card, so that's like the one nice thing for this deck. I'll definitely still play the Hog EQ Firecracker deck for my videos and stuff like that, but I don't really see myself playing it like competitively or like for a top ladder finish anytime soon, unless I just try to do it as like a challenge for myself. But otherwise I don't really see myself playing it too much. Yeah, pretty unfortunate on the Mother Witch right there. I'm gonna go with my Ice Spirit, hopefully not take too much damage. Pretty nice Hog Rider in the right lane though. Gonna almost catch up in damage, but we're definitely still down like a few hundred. Okay, so we have to be a little bit careful right here. He might have like Royal Hogs pretty soon, so I'm gonna go with my Earthquake in a second, I think, just to try to cycle back to my log. Unfortunately, does go with his Royal Hogs really early though, so not really the greatest Earthquake, I guess, but I think we should be able to just barely survive. Yeah, so I don't know if we actually have any chance to like win this match here. I'm gonna go with my Hog Rider plus Ice Spirit, maybe kind of freeze up his Zappies. Okay, we just barely don't get any Hog hit on his tower, just so unfortunate for us, and it's like a lot harder to get much EQ damage since we don't have any Queen in our deck for like the 3-card cycle when we try to Earthquake in. And yeah, EQ to get a pretty big nerf as well, so it's pretty hard to beat some of these newer meta decks with your Hog Rider EQ when you don't have like a champion in it. Yeah, so here we'll get some Earthquake damage there, but not really too much as it used to be before the nerf, so not really feeling too good about this. I'm gonna try to kind of block his Giant Skelly. It doesn't really work out too well. I think that should be a very good Valkyrie though, so hopefully we can defend okay at least. Okay, he'll go with his Mirror Hoggies here. I'm gonna go with my late Tesla. Hopefully our Hog Rider can take his tower. Okay, it's gonna be very close. Okay, Hog Rider did take his tower, and I think his Hoggies won't have enough time to get to our tower, so that will be a good game. Alright, so hopping in the next match, I just want to say make sure to subscribe if you guys have been enjoying the video. Really close to 100,000 subscribers. I think we're only around 800 away. It's going to be my birthday in around 6 or so days, so kind of want to try to see if we can hit that 100k before my birthday, or maybe sometime near it. And in this next match right here, this guy does have Golden Knight and Tornado, so it could be some type of drill deck. And yeah, like matchups like this are just so much harder for the Firecracker version of Hog Rider Earthquake. It's so hard to actually get much damage with your Earthquakes and stuff since you don't have like the 3-card cycle, and you can not really get too much value on offense out of your Firecrackers. Okay, kind of mistimed Skeletons right there, but should be fine for us. We're still up like just a little bit of damage right here. And by the way guys, I feel like Hog Rider Firecracker is still pretty good in mid ladder and like lower down in trophies, but I feel like at the very top of ladder it's pretty hard to do too well with it ever since the release of champions, but you definitely can still have success with it. We're doing very well so far, getting pretty near that top 1 spot. And I'm always going to be careful with my Valkyries just in case he tries to Magic Archer on them. And he will still go with his Magic Archer on it, but honestly a very bad Magic Archer GK right there. Didn't even line up with our tower, and we just logged it away anyways. So yeah, I'll definitely take this start. Gonna have to try to maybe get like a few lucky Hog hits here and there, because it's going to be pretty hard to actually get any damage, since he probably does have, yeah, Inferno Tower and the NATO, so not really sure how we're going to ever get our Hogs to the tower. The one nice thing about Firecracker is that it does get damage on their towers pretty easily, like against your opponents whenever you try to play it when they have like a tank in front of the tower or something like that, so might have like a slight chance to do something here. Also, I think he has no big spells, so we can't really kill our Firecracker too well. Okay, we'll go with the drill here. It's probably going to go right on top of our Firecracker, so pretty nice prediction Valkyrie right there. And I'm gonna go with my Ice Spirit as well. Also a Hog Rider, just in case he tries to go with that Marcher. Yeah, so he'll just NATO it, it looks like, to his King Tower. I'm gonna go with the High Tesla right here. Don't want to give him any chance to get like a nice GK on our tower. Want to make sure that he has as little chance as possible to get like a lineup. And we are kind of damaging down his King Tower here, so at least that's something nice going for us. I'm gonna go with my Valkyrie right here on his drill. Looks like he will log it, so I'm gonna play my Skeleton pretty quickly. Yeah, pretty nice defense by us here. I'm gonna go with my log, and unfortunately his Magic Archer might get some damage on our tower. But yeah, looking pretty good for us here still. Definitely not too good, but maybe we can try to keep on getting this little chip damage here and there. Not sure if Valkyrie will actually hit his tower right there, just barely doesn't. And I'm gonna go with another High Tesla right here. So you can see Firecracker isn't really getting us too much value in this match. It's not giving us like a quicker cycle or like any of the benefits that you would get from Archer Queen, so it's like a little bit tough right here. Yeah, kind of misplaced my skeletons as well, so not really looking too good to be honest. I always have to be careful of his magic archers, that's why I'm always playing my kind of weird ice spirits like that. And, okay, I was gonna say Hog Rider might get one shot on his tower, but he just barely gets those skeletons and everything down, so I'm gonna just make sure he defend first. I'm gonna go with my log before my skeletons, just making sure his first drill goblin dies, since he would have logged away our skeletons had we played them earlier. Oh shoot, I just barely thought that Hog Rider might go towards his tower, kind of getting pushed by our Valkyrie, but unfortunately it doesn't. We're up very slightly in damage though. Have to be super careful of his Golden Knight Tornadoes and like his Magic Archers though as we head into triple elixir pretty soon here. So I'm gonna play my skeletons this time instead of like a Valkyrie, just making sure that he can't get like the greatest Magic Archer lineup. Okay, he'll go with the NATO Golden Knight right there. Luckily it doesn't line up on our tower though, so at least that's something. He's getting very close though. I'm gonna go with another Hog Rider right here. I'm gonna keep on forcing out a lot of elixir. And he actually NATOs on offense right now, so I think he has no elixir to stop that Hog Rider. Only one Hog shot though, so not really the greatest for us. Okay. He'll play a Magic Archer on our Valkyrie. He has no time to NATO it though. I'm gonna go right in with another Hog Rider. I'm not gonna log his Goblins, I'm just gonna go with my Earthquake as well. It's gonna be very close here. Really nice log though, it does force out his own log on defense. And he will still have to respond to our Firecracker, so we'll go with his Golden Knight right there. This could be an extremely close game. Gonna have to try to hopefully get like another Earthquake or two down on his tower before he beats us. Very nice log right there coming down, making sure that his log wouldn't like kind of hit away our skeletons or anything like that, or like knock them back. Gonna go with my Valk right here. I think that may be a good game. It's gonna be super close. I have to make sure he doesn't get a Magic Archer down. And yeah, that will be a good game. Alright, so in the next match, you can see another reason why I don't like to play Hog Rider Firecracker. We just have like such an awkward cycle right here. Can't really play anything on his tower, so I'm gonna have to play my Earthquake. You can sometimes cycle your Archer Queen first play as long as you know they don't have like a Lava Hound deck, but with Firecracker you're really just kind of stuck with cycling your Earthquakes and stuff like that. This guy does have Mighty Miner as well as a normal Miner. Not really too sure what he's playing, could be like a Lava Hound deck maybe. Luckily this deck does have pretty good air defense compared to like the Queen decks, so at least that's something nice for us. You'll have Musk here as well. Honestly, this might be a Mega Knight deck, like the Mega Knight Wall Breakers deck with the Mighty Miner instead of like a Prince or something like that. Not really too sure. So I guess I'll go with my Hog Rider here in a second. And you'll go with the Split Wall Breaker. Should be pretty nice for us though, since the Tesla should help out against whatever he plays on our Hog Rider. He actually does still have Prince in his deck, so I'm not really sure what he swapped out for the Mighty Miner. Gonna go with my Ice Spirit. Ice Spirit should do a very good job. Got like a pretty big buff not too long ago, so always does like a super nice job against those charging units and stuff like that. And he'll go with the Miner on our tower again. I think Valk should do a pretty good job. I'm not really too worried about saving my Valkyrie for his Mega Knight, because then we can just try to play our Skeletons plus Ice Spirit to activate our King Tower against like a Mega Knight, so gonna just make sure we have those in hand rather than a Valkyrie. I'm gonna go with my Firecracker here. I think Valk won't do too much against his Mighty Miner, so I have to make sure we can get like a bit of damage on it. And he will go with his Mega Knight on our Hog Rider. Maybe we can try to go for a King Tower activation here, but I think I'm gonna play my Tesla first, just in case he tries to spam some support units and stuff like that. Should be a super good Ice Spirit there, hitting all of the bats. I don't think I can activate my King Tower against his Mega Knight. It dies pretty early right there, but I'll take the very clean defense anyways. And I'm going to go with my firecracker here on his prince, maybe get some nice chip damage. So yeah, as I said in the previous match, that's really like the one nice thing about firecracker, getting that nice chip damage on their tower, whereas with queen you can't really get that much incidental chip damage like you can with firecracker. Honestly, not the greatest hog rider there of all time. Got that pretty big whooping by the prince. Okay, so this guy will go with his wall breakers there in the left lane, so I think we might be able to activate our king tower here. Yeah, he does go with the zap on our skeletons, but pretty late zap there, so I think that should be, yeah, a very nice king tower activation, very nice defense as well. I think the offense will be pretty good here too. Really just firecracker kind of carrying us in this match, so I'm kind of eating my own words here. Maybe I have to come back to the deck sometime soon. So I'm going to go with my earthquake on his tower. He kind of messes up his wall breakers right there, so that should be probably a good game here in a second. I'm going to go with my hog rider. Yeah, I think firecracker will take it. So thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye!